back on your show.
All right, Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Hey, Cynthia Bailey is in the building. Real Housewife of Atlanta. We're talking about fibroids. And we got also Dr. John Lipman. And this don't mean that he do lip injections either. This thing is just lame.
All right, Dr. Lipman, we're having a great conversation with Cynthia. Of course, Real Housewives of Atlanta. This season has been interesting.
It has. I told you guys the season was going to be very unpredictable.
Is this your favorite season? Because it's been a lot of people that have normally been doing the calling out have not been doing it. Folks that ain't been called out are being called out.
We're all over the place right now.
Right.
You never know who's going to get called out and who's going to do it. I mean, it's just really unpredictable. I don't have a favorite season at this point. I know first season wasn't my favorite season. I do know that. That was my worst season. That was my introduction.
But you having
to
fun
reality
this
TV.
year.
You know what? I think I have definitely come into my own. This is my fourth season on the show. I'm definitely not the new kid at the playground anymore. And I still try to conduct myself with class and integrity. But you can get ready if you bring it this way.
Right. Y'all been talking a lot about reading people. So, okay, we know that you're close to Nene.
Yes.
Is there a friendship that you have either gotten closer with somebody on the show or maybe they've changed this year and you're not as close? Besides Nene, how can you describe a change in a relationship with one of the girls that's been
Well, you know what? The way, to be honest with you, I see these girls mostly when I'm working with them. I don't really have a lot of outside relationships with them. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things like you guys work together. Last thing you guys want to do is get together after work.
Exactly.
So you guys work together every day. I will say that I definitely, have connected with all the ladies on different levels. I still am the closest to Nene because we just have been the closest for the longest.
Right.
We have been the closest for the longest, but I totally, I relate to Candy. Both our moms are very protective. We both have daughters. We own two girls that have daughters on the show. So I definitely connect with her. She, loves who she loves, wants to be with who she loves. I'm the same way. You know, she's very ambitious, very successful. I'm the same way. I definitely connect with her a lot on that level. Phaedra, I get the whole Southern Belle thing. I'm from Alabama, so I can get into
from Alabama?
Yes, I'm from Alabama. Well, I'm actually from a very small town called Tuscumbia, Alabama. It's the Russell Shoals area. It's like Tuscumbia is the birthplace of Helen Keller. Let's just put a little history out there.
Wow,
but yeah, close to Selma. So yeah, I'm a country girl. So being in Atlanta, when I was growing up, was
and we own in Selma, so there you go.
Yeah, you're from Alabama, and Ebony's from Alabama.
Yeah,
indeed.
Right,
Birmingham.
All right, represent.
Born and raised.
Okay.
Yeah,
but but I feel like I'm in a good place with all of the ladies. I really don't have a problem working with any of them. I think we all collectively bring interesting things to the show.
I agree.
Yeah,
we all do. It's a nice ensemble
and we're talking about one of the things you brought to the season this year, and it's talking about your fibroids. And we have Dr. Lipman in here. Real quick, Dr. Lipman, just give us maybe the top three things that women need to know about fibroids.
Well, one is that they're not cancer.
Okay.
That they're benign tumors, but they can cause very miserable symptoms, most notably heavy uterine bleeding. It's the most common reason why women have heavy menstrual flow.
Okay.
And the most important thing is that they don't need to have hysterectomy. Even if they're not interested in children, you don't have to have hysterectomy if you're suffering with fibroids. You can have this revolutionary procedure called UFE, uterine fibroid embolization. It's been around I've been doing it almost 20 years. And it's one of the biggest breakthroughs for women that are suffering with fibroids, but yet most women don't know about it.
Right.
Can I just put this out there really quick? I don't want women to feel like I'm just being a big drama queen. And I'm like, oh, Lord, I'm too tired to have this. I'm anemic. I don't feel like having sex. Every woman that has fibroids do not suffer the same symptoms.
Right.
So let's just be clear about that.
Well, no two situations are the same. They're all unique.
And that's why I thought it was important for me to film this and make this a part of my storyline, because there is definitely an educational component about it, because you just can't be like, oh, well, you got fibroids, it's going to affect me the same way that it affects you.
Well, people are definitely interested because they're calling right now, 1-866-9 Ricky. Let's go to the phone. Good morning.
Sure. For UFE, it's done as an outpatient procedure. You go home the same day with a Band-Aid, and most importantly, you get to keep your parts. So you go home with your uterus. The recovery is about 5 days, so most of my patients are out of work for 1 week. Versus if you have open hysterectomy, you're in the hospital several days, and then the recovery is 6 to 8 weeks, usually closer to 8 than 6.
Okay. Good morning.
My name is Michelle. I'm calling from Temple, Texas, and I wanted to know
Well, depends on what you have. With UFE, one of the many benefits of it is that it treats all the fibroids in the uterus all at once. So the chance of it ever being an issue ever again is very unlikely. There are some patients, very unusual patients I've embolized a second time. Usually they're very young, in their, say, their 30s, and now I've seen them again in their mid to late 40s or early 50s, and they truly have grown new fibroids. But that's unusual. Usually it's a one-time procedure.
All right, let's take one more. Hey, go ahead with your question.
My question is, I'm from Cleveland, and I've always thought that the diet, dairy diet, actually is a big factor of fibroids. Is that true or false?
Yes, that's true.
The dairy diet?
Well, diet is important as far as controlling fibroid symptoms. Fibroids, one of the few things we know about fibroids, no one knows how they begin, why they begin, but we know they grow with estrogen stimulation, hormones. And so diet's really important. One of the reasons why African American women disproportionately suffer with fibroids is they have more body fat, and estrogen is a secondary source. And so you're going to get more and earlier symptoms. And so we want to try to lose body fat, try to be as close to your ideal weight as possible. You know, it's just one more reason to exercise and eat right and be as lean as possible. It's good for your heart health, prevent type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. It's also good for your fibroid health.
Okay, and I just want to add to that. I'm so glad you brought that up. Getting the fibroid procedure was just really step one of the process for me to really get my healthy back. Step two was really really being a health advocate, really eating well, really actually working out, and just being on a health weight management program that, where I really ate better foods that are better for me. I'm 46 years old, so, no matter what you look like on the outside, stuff starts, acting crazy on the inside. And I'm so excited that I'm actually part of a weight health management program called Genevieve.com, which makes it so easy for my schedule because they literally just send me my food and I eat it every day and I go to the gym 3 times a week. And that was definitely a big part of my getting my life back.
So big round of applause. Cynthia
Yay.
Bailey, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Thank you, Dr. Lipman. You actually have an event coming up for people in the Atlanta area, Winter White Pants Social. Is there a website? You can go to AtlantaFibroidClinic.com to get
That's
more
right.
info on that?
Yep, it's January 24th at the Malia Hotel in downtown Atlanta, and it's free.
There it is. Hey, thank you so much, Dr. John Lipman and Cynthia Bailey.
Yeah.
Congratulations on another season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right, y'all, coming up next, Praise Break, Rick's Smiley Morning Show.